You're watching Inside Durango News, your source for information about what's going on in Southwest Colorado. Sponsored by Fast Signs of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. Fast Signs.
Welcome to the first broadcast of Inside Durango News, a weekly news program produced by Inside Durango TV and Fast Forward Media. I'm Ashley Dixon. Inside Durango News will broadcast a new edition every Thursday and will run every day, twice a day in different time slots. As we grow, we'll cover Four Corners business news, arts and culture, health and lifestyle. Inside Durango TV owner Lori Sigalito will join us later in the studio to talk about her vision for Inside Durango TV. During this week's broadcast, learn what it was like to work with Apple founder Steve Jobs and later watch 6,000 people connect in Durango. What was it like to work with the man who propelled Apple Computer to become the most valued brand on earth? Jay Elliott, former Senior Vice President of Apple Computer, will be the keynote speaker during the 7th Annual La Plata County Economic Summit on Wednesday, October 23rd at the Skyute Event Center. Later in the show, we'll have Alliance Executive Director Roger Zalnaritis in the studio to tell us more about the summit. Apple founder Steve Jobs hired Elliott just as Jobs was beginning to change the course of history with the invention of the first personal computer. As Senior Vice President of Apple, Elliott served as Jobs' right-hand man and troubleshooter. Elliott will talk about Jobs and how his management style can help you grow your business. You can register online at economicsummit.yeslpc.com. Voting in the 2013 general election will be as easy as opening up your mail this year. All registered voters will receive a mail-in ballot from the La Plata County Clerk and Recorder no later than October 22nd. Return your ballot by mail or drop it off at one of the 6 designated centers, including the County Clerk's Office at 98 Everett Street, the Fairgrounds, the County Courthouse, Bayfield Town Hall, Ignacio Town Hall, or the Fort Lewis Mesa Fire Station No. 1 in Marvel. All ballots must physically arrive in an official poll or drop-off location no later than 7 p.m. on Election Day on Tuesday, November 5th. Envelope postmarks do not count. You can download a copy of the ballot and a list of voting centers on the La Plata County website. La Plata County's working families are spending more of their paychecks than ever before on housing, but 100 working families have received help during the past 9 years to buy their own homes through the La Plata County Regional Housing Alliance and the La Plata Homes Fund. In October, the Alliance and Homes Fund celebrated the purchase of a home by the 100th La Plata County family who received mortgage assistance through the grant. Qualifying families participate in an 8-hour homeowner education program, undergo one-on-one budget and mortgage counseling, and receive a secondary mortgage from the program to make a down payment. They do not have to pay back the second mortgage until they sell their homes. To afford a median home in Durango, a household must earn at least $86,000 a year, but average annual wage is only $40,000 a year. If you're interested in participating in the program, contact Pam Moore at pam@rhalpc.org. It's official. Fort Lewis College's student population topped 4,000 students this fall for the first time in nearly a decade. In her monthly e-newsletter update, FLC President Dean K. Thomas reports that the fall 2013 student enrollment topped 4,065, an increase of 4.5% over last year. Of that number, 37 are graduate students enrolled for the college's new Master of Arts in Education program. Thomas also attributes increased retention among existing students for the rise in enrollment. Continuing student increased by nearly 4% over 2012. And that's good news, she says. With increased retention comes an increase in graduation rates, a statistic that state and federal governments are measuring as part of their accountability process. Thomas attributes the rise to Fort Lewis College's growing reputation nationally and globally and an effective marketing, communications, and student recruitment programs. It's orange season in the San Juan Mountains. The second open rifle season for deer and elk opens on Saturday, October 19th and runs through October 27th. The third open rifle season will run from November 2nd to the 10th. Whether you're a hunter or not, anyone heading into the woods during the next couple of weeks should wear a bright fluorescent orange vest and hat. Dogs and horses also should be marked with fluorescent orange. Colorado law requires hunters to wear no less than 500 square inches of fluorescent orange above their waists. With this year's early snows, the Colorado Division of Parks and Wildlife predicts a successful season for hunters, and snows and colder weather drive the big game and herds into lower elevation. Colorado has more than 260,000 elk in the state, and hunters help manage large herds. According to the division, hunters also bring in $1.8 billion in state revenue to the economy. Coming up after the break, 6,000 community members come together for Durango Connect.
Inside Durango TV is a founding member of Local First.
Meet Dan. He owned a dog biscuit company, but Dan wanted more. So Fast Signs created a plan to raise Dan's business visibility. Now Dan has more sales, more stores, more of the good life. And more is what Fast Signs delivers. More than fast, more than signs.
Whether you make your plans over a barbed wire fence or over wireless internet, if you're coming from the stockyard or the stock exchange, Durango is right at home at the Diamond Bell, timeless and timely.
Hop on board the Peanuts Great Pumpkin Patch Express at the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. There's fun for the whole family with live musical entertainment, a costume contest, hay wagon rides, games, a pumpkin patch maze, and the chance to meet Snoopy, Lucy, and Charlie Brown. This great fall event runs for 2 weekends starting October 12th, so get your tickets today. Trains depart the Durango Depot at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Call the depot or visit durangotrain.com for details and reservations. Visit the scenic James Ranch in the Animas River Valley and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Harvest Grill and Greens. The menu is based on a seasonal supply of organically grown James Ranch products. The Harvest Grill and Greens at James Ranch, 10 miles north of Durango.
For natural and organic vitamins and supplements and health and beauty products, there's no better place than Nature's Oasis. We offer an experienced staff, nutrition and supplement education, and exclusive products. Nature's Oasis, home to the largest selections of vitamins and supplements in the Four Corners region.
The Sporting News Grill at the new Holiday Inn and Suites of Durango is now open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring a full-service restaurant and bar with 11 HD TVs. It's a great venue for family and sports fanatics alike. The Sporting News Grill. Stop in and let us show you our game face.
Welcome back to Inside Durango TV. I'm Ashley Dixon. Why would 6,000 people hold hands? To connect, of course.
More than 6,000 community members gathered along the 7-mile Animas River Trail on Wednesday, October 2nd to form a hand-holding human chain as a show of Durango's commitment to community.
Are you guys excited for Durango Connect?
Officials estimated the number of participants by calculating the amount of space each individual occupied multiplied by the length of the trail covered. Last year, nearly 9,000 people formed the human chain on the Animas River Trail. Community members and students from Durango School District 9R local charter and private schools participated in the event, said 9R spokeswoman Julie Snyder-Pop. The district used the opportunity to launch its Charter Education Partnership. The Durango Character Education Partnership is a joint effort with the community leaders and organizations that instills in students the values they need to be successful in school and beyond. Schools also developed learning projects around art, history, science, and social studies to see how they all connect to the Animas River and the community. The second annual Durango Connect event also honored the Parks and Recreation Department's recent National Gold Medal Award for Excellence in the field of recreation management, said event co-founder Jack Turner. Construction on the trail began in the 1970s with support from the City of Durango, Great Outdoors Colorado, the Colorado Department of Transportation, Colorado Trails Program, and many private contributions. The Animas River Trail is just one part of Durango's network of trails and public parks. There are more than 97 miles of both hard surface and dirt trails managed by City Parks and Recreation. See more video footage of the event at durangoconnect.com.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and more than 200 people walk or ran earlier this month to bring hope to those on the journey to recovery.
Well, you know, the race was inaugurated in 1995, so this is the 19th year of the Journey of Hope. One of the things that's the most important thing about this race is that it's a family event. You know, breast cancer is not just a women's issue, it's a family issue, and so we have families that come back year after year with brothers, sisters, fathers, daughters, husbands, wives, grandparents, grandchildren, and they come all together to celebrate the lives of their loved ones.
Don't miss my knees. Come on, don't miss my knees.
We have a number of survivors who participate every year, which is just the whole point of it is to celebrate their lives and to remember those who have gone past.
To support everyone who has to go through treatment for cancer
And I have myself.
Walking in honor of my sister Connie that lost her life a year. It'll be a year in on the 31st of October. And for all the women that are struggling to beat this illness.
One really important outcome of this celebration today is that it provides money for mammograms, free mammograms for women in the community who otherwise can't afford them. We don't want women to have to make a choice between shoes for their kids and a mammogram for themselves. So please call Mercy Health Foundation or Mercy Regional Medical Center for information about the Journey of Hope Fund. So, you know, today is a celebration of life. It will stay that way for years to come.
Roger Dalneritis joins us here in the studio today. He's the Executive Director of the La Plata County Economic Alliance, and you guys have a pretty big event coming up. Tell me a little bit about it.
Sure, it's called the Economic Summit, Ashley. We've had it now for 7 years in a row, so this is probably going to be our biggest one this year, I think, particularly with the keynote speaker we have coming in this year.
Very nice. And who is the keynote speaker?
So it's Jay Elliott. He's the former Senior Vice President of Apple Computer. He was basically the right-hand man for Steve Jobs.
Oh, wow. So who in Durango should make a point to attend this event?
I think anybody who wants to try to figure a way to be more innovative in their company, in their nonprofit, in their government agency. We're really, one of the themes that we're trying to do this year with the summit is talk about innovation, but also to demystify it. That it's not some big nanotech thing that only takes place in 2 or 3 cities in the world. It's something that everybody does every day, and these are some ways that you can do it at your organization no matter what you might be doing.
Nice. So Jay Elliott, #2 guy to Steve Jobs at Apple. How do you get someone like that to come to Durango?
You go to Starbucks, apparently. Well, the story was Carrie Siggins, who's the CEO of Stone Age here in Durango. She was down in Austin at a Starbucks and started talking to this guy in line in front of her. And it turns out that he is, I forget his name, but he's considered one of the most connected people in the world. And so they got to be friends. And at one point he asked Carrie, if you could have any business model out there and not imitate, that's a bad word, but learn from any business model, which one would it be? And she said, Apple Computer. And he said, well, I know Jay Elliott. Would you like to talk to him? So that's how it began, and Carrie's been working for quite a while to get Jay to come up, and we secured him right after the last summit ended last November.
I'm here with Roger Dalneritis. He's the Executive Director of the La Plata County Economic Alliance, and we're talking about the big event that they have coming up on October 23rd. But I want to know a little bit more about what the La Plata County Economic Alliance actually does. Can you tell us about the organization?
Sure, Ashley. We are an economic development organization. Our mission is to help create jobs here in La Plata County, specifically good-paying jobs. You talked earlier about the difficulty that people are having finding good housing, partly because of the wages. We want to see those wages go up. So we do that by supporting businesses that provide services or products with a national or even an international market. So some of the companies out here include Mercury, Stone Age, Soundtracks, companies like that. We want to see them grow, succeed here in La Plata County, and other companies like that start and move here as well.
Very nice. And we're talking about the job market just in general. Do you think people that attend the Economic Summit are really going to get a feel for how they can grow within Durango if they're a smaller business as well?
Yes, it could be, it's a matter of growth, it's a matter of efficiency too. It could be something as simple as, I like to use the example that in my own office, I know that I should be getting more into putting my tasks and projects into a database. I haven't done it. I don't have time. Where do I find the time? That's one of the sessions that's going to be there, is when you know you need to do something because it's going to help you out, how do you find the time to be able to do that and free up your resources to make it happen? So that can affect anybody. We're 2 people, for example, but hopefully I can learn something and actually make this happen and become better at the Alliance.
Very nice. So people that are interested in attending the summit, where can they go to get more information, to register?
Sure, if you go to yeslpc.com, that's yeslpc.com, there's a Register Now button on the right-hand side. I would encourage people to go there quickly because we are almost sold out at this point.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
All right. So I'm sure you're going to be a busy man in the next couple of weeks getting ready for everything,
yes.
But very exciting news to have Jay Elliott come to town.
It is.
Very nice. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Roger, and good luck with everything next week.
Inside Durango TV is locally owned and operated.
Visit the scenic town of Silverton and take a Jeep tour through the heart of the majestic San Juan Mountains with San Juan Backcountry Tours. Visitors can get behind the wheel and explore the mountain roads on their own, or sit back on guided tours that take you through the rich history of the area, including the ghost town Animas Forks. You can rent a Jeep, ATV, dirt bike. Or we can take you on a guided tour in one of our open-top Suburbans. Enjoy the spectacular scenery from 9,000 feet all the way to 13,000 feet in elevation. The San Juans have many scenic routes and four-wheel drive passes to explore, and our experienced staff can provide maps and suggest the best routes to get you where you want to go. We guarantee you a fun and memorable experience. Come explore the historic sights and beautiful scenery of the San Juan Mountains at San Juan Backcountry Tours.
It's time for rejuvenation with luxurious healing waters, breathtaking views, and lavish spa treatments at the Springs Resort and Spa in Pagosa Springs. Stay at the new EcoLux Hotel and enjoy 24-hour access to our 23 unique pools by the river. Indoors, relax in the hotel and enjoy therapeutic services at the spa. It's time for rejuvenation at the Springs Resort and Spa in Pagosa Springs.
Come check out what's new at the Ute Mountain Casino Hotel and Resort. We now have single and double deck blackjack games. Enjoy our King of the Cage boxing events year-round at our events center. If you're on the go, take a break at the new Ute Mountain Travel Center. With our valet service, you can arrive in style and get right into the action. Visit us for our Saturday prime rib buffet and our seafood buffet on Fridays. With the largest gaming floor in the area, Ute Mountain Casino Hotel and Resort has all the great games you love to play.
We're back with Lori Sigolito, the new owner of Fast Forward Media and Inside Durango TV. So Lori, let's back up a little bit. What prompted you to first purchase Inside Durango TV?
Well, I wish I would say I thought of purchasing it, but actually John Trosdale approached me probably in April of this year. He had an opportunity to move and get married and start a new life, and he wanted to turn over his investment in Animus Media and Inside Durango TV to someone that they thought could take it and grow it to be a better asset really to the Durango community.
Nice. And so there was a couple of different things that came with the purchase, and I know it's kind of a laundry list, but catch people up to speed with what actually came when you purchased Fast Forward Media.
So Fast Forward Media, which was originally Animus Media, now Fast Forward Media, has a studio where we're actually filming today. It has quite a bit of equipment. It definitely had a customer base with Inside Durango TV. And then Inside Durango TV itself is really what I saw as one of the most valuable assets of the company. I think it's truly been underutilized, and we're looking forward to really changing that piece of the assets of Fast Forward Media.
Nice. Well, it's definitely an exciting time. So what's your overall vision for where you're looking to take Inside Durango TV?
That's a really good question because it has been changing, and I don't think I had a specific idea of what we were going to do when I initially purchased it. But I did realize and felt like the loop that it was going through and just really targeting tourists in Durango, it could be so much more because Durango is such a bigger community now. And I think there's so much great content, things going on in Durango, and there's just no really great way of being able to show it other than reporting it after the fact in the Herald. We needed a way to be able to tell people what's coming, what's happening, and all the wonderful things that were going on. So, the idea and bringing Deborah Yeroda in, who's been a great asset as well, helping us define what the channel's going to grow to. It looks like it's going to be a combination of a community access channel, but driven by a commercial-driven advertising.
Yes.
So you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's not going to be a pay-per-play advertisement, or pay-per-play content. Content will all be decided by the station itself. And then people can advertise or sponsor specific content if they feel it's a good fit for them.
Nice. Well, and just talking about how many things we have going on in Durango that really lends itself to television. We have the college, we have the resort. I mean, all of these things I think are going to be a whole new ball game when it comes to putting it on TV.
I think so. I think there is, another underutilized economic driver, or just I think an unrecognized economic driver in Durango is the Fort Lewis College Skyhawks. They bring so much to this town, and having a team that has great sports like we have for a Division II school, I think has just not been able to get as much attention as it could because it hasn't had the chance to be on TV. So we've started putting that as one of our anchor shows. Durango Sports, we've begun filming 2 games a weekend of their home games, and then showing those on Tuesday and Thursday nights, and then on Sunday. So I think that gives a lot of more view into the Skyhawks. Then we'll be adding onto that this new show, which we're really excited to get this new show going. And Ashley, we couldn't be more excited to have you be a part of this.
Well.
It is. And we have new technology that allows us to be able to do these live shows. We're using those. And then our third one we're really trying to put as an anchor show besides the Skyhawk Sports and News is going to be our business program. And we're planning to roll that out in January with the Durango Chamber of Commerce Rocks program.
Nice.
So we hope to really highlight the different businesses, because there's so many unique businesses in Durango that people are unaware of, that they don't even know the business exists here because they don't necessarily sell businesses, their products here in Durango. And so being able to highlight that and give awareness to our Durango community, all the different businesses and what builds and creates our economy, I think is a great thing for all of us to understand.
Definitely. So for the people out there that are thinking, man, I just have a great idea for a program that they should do, how should they get in touch with you, or how should they go about kind of recommending programs and stuff that they'd like to see on Inside Durango TV?
Well, there's a couple different ways. One, probably the easiest number to remember is to call 247-8000, and that number is to Fast Signs, and Fast Signs is a partner for Inside Durango TV to help create content, help sell advertising and so forth. So that's an easy number to remember, 970-247-8000. You can call that number and they'll put you in contact with the person you need to talk to. I'm at that number. You can reach me as well. And then we have a website, which is www.durangotv.com. And there'll be a place there where you can submit ideas for stories or human interest ideas, things that could be included in the news, anything. We really want to hear from you guys. This is really your station, Durango station, and we want to know what you guys want to see.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, just to go back, because we did have Roger Zalneritis here in the studio, we were talking about the Economic Summit coming up, and you're going to be there as well.
I am. I'm actually coming from Fast Signs. We are a sponsor of the Alliance, and I've always felt like the Alliance is such an important piece of our economy, really being able to grow and sustain and help those businesses that are here now grow. And if we're helping those businesses that are here now grow and do well and get visibility, then new businesses will want to come here. And so that's the whole point, I believe, behind the Alliance organization. So we as Fast Signs have always been a part of that. And we're there as a sponsor, and then I'm also personally presenting one of the sections on a panel that's about emerging technology and how businesses take advantage of that technology.
Nice. Well, I know there's a lot of buzz in town, people getting excited for Jay Elliott to speak, so I think you're going to be in pretty good company there.
Oh, I think so, and I think we, Inside Durango TV is going to also be taping his keynote keynote presentation. And hopefully, if it all turns out well, we'll be able to show that on IDTV as well.
Nice, very exciting. So lots of great things going on with IDTV. So I'm excited to be on the ground floor, and thanks so much for chatting with us so we could see where we're at.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thanks.
Watch more at durangotv.com.
Meet Dan. He owned a dog biscuit company, but Dan wanted more. So Fast Signs created a plan to raise Dan's business visibility. Now Dan has more sales, more stores, more of the good life. And more is what Fast Signs delivers. More than fast, more than signs.
Whether you make your plans over a barbed wire fence or over wireless internet, if you're coming from the stockyard or the stock exchange, Durango is right at home at the Diamond Bell, timeless and timely.
Hop on board the Peanuts Great Pumpkin Patch Express at the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. There's fun for the whole family with live musical entertainment, a costume contest, hay wagon rides, games, a pumpkin patch maze, and the chance to meet Snoopy, Lucy, and Charlie Brown. This great fall event runs for 2 weekends starting October 12th, so get your tickets today. Trains depart the Durango Depot at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Call the depot or visit durangotrain.com for details and reservations. Visit the scenic James Ranch in the Animas River Valley and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Harvest Grill and Greens. The menu is based on a seasonal supply of organically grown James Ranch products. The Harvest Grill and Greens at James Ranch, 10 miles north of Durango.
For natural and organic vitamins and supplements and health and beauty products, there's no better place than Nature's Oasis. We offer an experienced staff, nutrition and supplement education, and exclusive products. Nature's Oasis, home to the largest selections of vitamins and supplements in the Four Corners region.
The Sporting News Grill at the new Holiday Inn and Suites of Durango is now open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring a full-service restaurant and bar with 11 HD TVs. It's a great venue for family and sports fanatics alike. The Sporting News Grill. Stop in and let us show you our game face.
Welcome back to Inside Durango News. Coming up this weekend, the Fort Lewis College Skyhawks homecoming celebration starts with the homecoming parade at 6 p.m. on Friday, October 18th in downtown Durango. The parade will be followed by the traditional bonfire at 7:30 p.m. on Rim Drive, followed by the first ever homecoming fireworks display at 8:30 p.m. Saturday's homecoming activities begin with the infamous mud football tournament behind Mears Apartments. Watch men's and women's flag football teams get down and dirty when they play in the mud beginning at 9 a.m. Then the homecoming game against Colorado Mesa University begins with the tailgate party at 11 a.m. on the south side of Dennison Field. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. The weekend wraps up with the FLC Booster Hawkshin from 6:30 to 10 p.m. on Saturday at the Lost Dog Bar and Lounge. Tickets are $25 and include snack, beer, wine, and an auction to benefit FLC student athletes. Volunteers pulled together some intriguing items this year, like a ride in the engine cab with the engineer of Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad, or a blueberry pancake breakfast with bottomless glasses of mimosas with FLC President Dean K. Thomas. Buy your tickets online or bid early on auction items at flcauction.com. For more information about FLC Homecoming, go to fortlewis.edu/homecoming. And that wraps up our first edition of Inside Durango News. Join us next week on Thursday, October 24th for our next news edition. I'm Ashley Dixon. Remember, just watch us. You'll like what you see.
Tune in weekly to watch a new edition of Inside Durango News, your source for information about what's going on in Southwest Colorado. Inside Durango News has been brought to you by Fast Signs of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. Fast Signs.
Meet Dan and his dog Bongo. They started their own dog biscuit company, but Dan wanted more, so Dan worked with Fast Signs. They created a plan to attract more customers, get more business, wag more tails. Still, Dan wanted more, and Fast Signs provided more. Fast Signs help with digital displays, mobile marketing, merchandising, fleet graphics, and more. Now Dan has more sales, more locations, more of the good life. And more is exactly what Fast Signs delivers. More than fast, more than signs, more than 530 locations worldwide.
You're watching Inside Durango TV on Cable Channel 15.
Introducing the Southwest Colorado Summer Guide, the free magazine with information about where to eat, what to do, and what to see. Pick one up and get the inside scoop on what's going on. From Cortez to Durango, from Pagosa Springs to Silverton, and everything in between. So pick up your copy of the Southwest Colorado Summer Guide. This free publication of the Durango Herald is available all over town. The local pub is a tradition dear to the heart of any town. Durango's local pub is the Irish Embassy, a favorite with locals for breakfast, dinner, or just a pint with friends. With a traditional Irish menu and all your favorite brews on tap. The Irish Embassy, Durango. Whether you make your plans over a barbed wire fence or over wireless internet, if you're coming from the stockyard or the stock exchange, Durango is right at home. At the Diamond Bell, timeless and timely.
Hop on board the Peanuts Great Pumpkin Patch Express at the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. There's fun for the whole family with live musical entertainment, a costume contest, hay wagon rides, games, a pumpkin patch maze, and the chance to meet Snoopy, Lucy, and Charlie Brown. This great fall event runs for 2 weekends starting October 12th, so get your tickets today. Trains depart the Durango Depot at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Call the depot or visit durangotrain.com for details and reservations.